Alrighty, 17E. Not too sure of the reason for the drill or the way it's done as well. I'll talk about that more later. On the exit move, missing the rotation, Fred. Looks like you're only going up at the moment. So we need the rotation to, get the hips going. The hips should be moving. That way you don't get that massive pitch. I know we need some reps on these 17s for sure. That was better, Fred. See how the hips get moving, so you get the rotation out of the way of Marconi. That's good. Yeah, I know we've had some issues on this for sure. We need to work on it. But I'll talk about now the drill. So what was the reason for the drill? Just to get reps on the 17. If that's the case, maybe try and do the drill a little bit more precisely, as in let's go in, do everything at half speed for a couple of pages, and then start again, and then build some confidence up in it. Just so that you can work on the whatever elements of the 17 that you work on, whether it's the build, whether it's the hop, whether it's the timing between Marconi and Fred on this slot, whether it's Fred working on making sure his hips don't come around the corner on the build of the 17, that they just stay. See here, it's still happening a little bit. Also remember, we need Felipe needs to come to the center rather than Fred to the center. Felipe and Fred just building a strong two-way on this heading. That's the goal. I mean, there's some good hops, there's some good builds, and it looks like just a random, let's just throw in and see how many 17s we can do. Try and put some real focus into your drills, guys. And maybe you did. Maybe you went in there, and I'm giving you guys a hard time, and you said, look, we're going to work on these specific things, but it just looks like, for me, it looks like you're just going in and doing 17E without a huge amount of focus. So that, just to talk about the two-way between you guys, it should stop right on this angle. This is perfect. It just keeps on going, Fred. You see that? And that makes it really hard for you to get that grip. So stop there. Just completely stopped. Let Marconi come to you. You do a good job of the hop. Not worried about that. Also, Marconi getting the... I know we've struggled a little bit with getting you fully over, but I think with Fred now moving through, a little bit of a pull from Marconi too, that's totally fine, that's really good. But you guys seem to have a very good relationship in your B slot, whichever way you want to call it, on those blocks. I think you can see there, Fred, as well, the amount of pitch that you have. Maybe it's because you're trying to focus too much on pulling Marconi through. With this much pitch, there's nowhere really for you to go. You need the rotation that you do so well on all the other ones, because that's more of a recovery, a survival, rather than coming over, keeping your body flat on the wind. Same again there, just be careful of how much pitch. And it could be because you're trying to pull Marconi through. Now, on this slot, it doesn't need to happen so much. Marconi does a good job of coming through. Fred doesn't need to pull quite so much. It was the other slot that I felt that pull was needed. I think this pull now is sacrificing the move a little too much for you, Fred. It can be a shorter pull if you want to do it. It's a very, very short pull. If it does happen, there, look there. And then straight away, you've got to be like Marconi is here, flat and on the relative wind. Like I said, I don't think you need it so much in the other slot. This one, a little bit, but not so much on this one. There we go, Fred. Perfect. Look at that. Back in your neutral body position, cruising over the top, targeting the grip. Cool. So there was some good stuff on it. I just wondered about the specifics of it. Maybe it was all about the grip.